everyone, this is Mrs. Pagan, and in today's lesson we're going to be talking about graphing linear functions. Now, we've already talked about slope, so we're taking that to the next level. Alright, we know that a line is written like this. When it's written like this, I should say, it is in slope-intercept form. And the reason we say that is because we can directly see, for example, in this one, the slope is the number next to the x, so it's just 3. A lot of people think it's 3x, but slope is just a value, so we just take the 3. And we can actually see the y-intercept. And the y-intercept is going to come from 4, but the y-intercept is a point, so it's actually 0, 4. And because we can tell the slope and the y-intercept, they've named this kind of equation slope-intercept form. Alright, so in general, without the numbers, we always say y equals mx plus b, where the m, once again, stands for the slope, and the b stands for the y-intercept. Okay, and it's really important that you say it's the y-intercept because there are two types of intercepts on our graphs. Okay, so just make sure you realize it's the y one. Alright, we're going to actually solve a couple problems related to these. I'm going to make my screen a little bit smaller. There you go. It says rewrite the following in slope-intercept form. So that's the first task. And after we do that, it says identify the slope and the y-intercept. Good news is once you write it in slope-intercept form, it'll be a lot easier to identify those. Right now, this is actually called standard form. And standard form is when x and y are on the same side of the equation and the number is on the other side. So something to remember. Now, I'm going to go ahead and solve for y by subtracting 3x on both sides. And I end up getting 3x minus 3x cancels. We are left with 4y equals, and I put the negative 3x first, plus 8. Because according to the general form, right here, it's always mx first, so I put the mx first, and then the y-intercept. Now, we can't really say this is in slope-intercept form until y is by itself, so we are going to divide everything by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1, so we're left with 1y equals negative 3 over 4x plus 8 divided by 4 is 2. So this right here is written in slope-intercept form. Now, I'm going to go ahead and write that so you have that in your notes. Which means that we should be able to tell what the slope is. So I can tell it's the number right next to the x, so negative 3 over 4. Notice once again I'm not writing x. It is wrong if we do that. And then the b is going to be 0, 2. I'm getting it from right there. Alright, so that's my slope. And this is my y-intercept. Awesome job. Give yourself a quick hand. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do the same process again. Okay, once again, we're in standard form. We're going to get this into slope-intercept form, so y has to be by itself. So I'm going to start by subtracting 9x again. You might be a little bit ahead of me in this problem because now you kind of have an idea what to do. We are left with 6y equals, let's squeeze that negative 9x in the front first, and then it's minus 18, although I thought it was going to be positive. I did take a quick look at that. Alright, divide by 6 on all pieces. 6 divided by 6 is 1, so we're left with 1y equals. Now, 9 and 6 simplifies. I'll just rewrite it for now, but I do know it simplifies. And negative 18 divided by 6 is negative 3. I do want to simplify this really quick. They do have a 3 in common, so it's going to be negative 3 over 2x minus 3. So here is slope-intercept form. Now, from there, we're going to go ahead and give them the slope. Remember, the slope equals m, which is negative 3 over 2 in this case because it's the number next to the x, as always. And then we're going to go ahead and find the b, which is our y-intercept. And it's a point, so it's going to be 0, negative 3. Okay? So those are our slopes and y-intercepts. Great job. Now, we're going to head to the next page. And in the next page it says, go ahead and rewrite in slope-intercept form if necessary. So sometimes they're nice and they'll give it to us in slope-intercept form. And then it says to graph it. I apologize because my graphs are coming out a little funky. I have no idea why, but I think we should be okay. Alright, so first of all, good news, this is in slope-intercept form. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is kind of identify the slope, and I'm going to identify the y-intercept, okay? So the slope in this case, the m, aka the slope, is negative 2 over 3, number next to the x once again. The y-intercept, the b, okay, is the point 0, comma 4. Since there's a plus 4 here, we put it as a point. So we always start at the y-intercept when graphing. That's the first thing we do. So we plot that point. And then the second thing we do is we use the slope to get to the next station. I shouldn't say station because it is actually a point. But station sounds way cooler. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started on that. I'm going to go to the y-intercept. Let's use blue at 0, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, up 4. So here's the y-intercept at 4. And then we're going to use the slope. Now our slope is negative 2 over 3, which means the following. Down 2 and right 3, because right 3 is positive. So we're going to go down 2 and 1, 2, 3 to the right. Okay. Now you can also go the other way. You can actually do 2 over negative 3. The negative could be switched between top and bottom. In this case, this means up to, because positive means up to, and this one would mean left 3. So it would look like this. 1 up to over to the 3 left. And notice that it's along the same line. So here's our line. And it keeps going that way. Alright, well done. Last problem. Okay, we're going to go ahead and solve for y again. And the funny thing is it's already solved for y, although it looks really weird. I'm going to rewrite it where y is on the left side of the equation. And this, I'm going to go ahead and just move it to the other side. So all we're doing is kind of switching their places. Okay. And I did not change any of the signs because really I didn't do anything other than just flip the sides. Alright, in this case, our slope, which is our m, is a number in front of the x, but a lot of people don't see it. Like, what's that number? Negative equals negative, and that looks so goofy, but we know that there's really a negative 1 there, so we're going to go ahead and take the negative 1. And then our b, which is our y-intercept, is equal to negative 7, so it's going to be 0, comma, negative 7. We always take the sign in the front of that b value. Alright, we're going to start at 0, negative 7. Unfortunately, my graph doesn't go that much, so I'm going to create another 7. Yours should be okay because yours actually printed out pretty nice. 0, negative 7, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 7. So I'm going to start right there. And my slope is negative 1, which means this. I'm actually going to rewrite this as negative 1 over 1. It means down 1 and to the right 1. Okay? So I'm going to go down 1 to the right 1. Down 1 to the right 1. And here is how that graph is going to look. Alright, and that's our line. So this is it for today. I'm excited to kind of work with you tomorrow on these concepts. I highly recommend just studying your notes just to refresh your mind. Great job.